fellow detectorists. Yes, I'm back out again. I'm out today on permission number 2. It's the 24th of November. It's a Saturday as usual. I'm here all day today until dark, so I'm going to make the most of it. The crop is definitely coming up now, as you can see in front of us, and the weather should be okay. It's a bit grey. It might brighten up a little bit, about 8 or 9 degrees, something like that, and hopefully it will stay dry for us. Now, I wanted to do a little recap on the figurine head that I had last week. This figurine, or figure head, is what they call a Limoges figurine, and it would have been about 2 or 3 inches long, something like that. It would have been fairly flat at the bottom. The arms of the figure would have come straight down its sides. There were indentations cut into the front of the body here. You can just see the top one there, and these indentations would have been enamelled, usually red and blue, and then the whole figure would have been gold gilded. And the whole figure would have been gold gilded, and there would have been 4 of these, and they would have gone on to the ends of the 4 branches of a crucifix. So the crucifix would have been quite big, and you will see some pictures, a couple of pictures of these figures or figurines complete in a moment, and I'll also show you a picture of a complete or a whole crucifix as well with the figurines on it. And like I say, the whole lot would have been gold gilded, and it would have looked really, really nice. And they usually decorate the crucifix as well, or what I think it's what they call a reliquary. But the 2 reasons I'm really excited is the fact, obviously, yes, I found it, because it's quite a substantial find. But more importantly, is I found it on my permission. Yes, I know that probably sounds a bit obvious, but is the rest of the crucifix there somewhere, and why was it dropped there? I mean, this is what interests me and gets me thinking. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to going back there again next weekend, but at the moment we're here today on permission number 2, so we will see what we find. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. Just had my first find, and I think this is part of a spur, like the heel bit that would go around the back of the boot, because it's got a bit just here where I should imagine the spur rowel probably came out the back. That's what I'm thinking that is, and the clips have obviously been broken off either side, but I'm guessing that that's probably part of a spur, the heel buckle that went on the back of the boot. Anyway, we'll carry on. Bye for now. Hey folks, our next find, and I found a watch. Only one like that though. 20 to 10. fairly sort of modern watch, of course. Anyway, let's carry on. It's the first time I've ever found a watch. A nice silver one or gold one would be, pocket watch would be lovely. But there we go. That's my first watch. Anyway, let's carry on. Here we go, folks. Next find come from just down here, and this got me going at first. I wondered what this was, but I think it's just a very old pewter button. It almost looks like possibly like a Tudor rose on the front there, but when you look at the back, it looks to me like this was possibly a small pewter button. Anyway, we'll carry on. Bye for now. Here we go, folks. I had quite a nice little find here. It's come from just down here, and it is a coin, and I do believe quite a nice little silver coin, George V. So that's quite nice. I can just see, I think, a date on the back of it. Is that 1921? So that's lovely. I'm not quite sure what this would be, whether it's a threepence or a sixpence. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look this up. But I think that says 1921. Got the 19 one side of the crown and 21 the other. That's lovely. I've never had one like this before. That's great. Anyway, let's carry on, see what comes up next. Here we go, folks. We've got our next find, and it's another, well, say another, it's a rivet. Now this is interesting because I've had a few of these rivets, and I have heard some people say that they could be Roman rivets. Well, this one has still got some of the material sandwiched between it on both sides from where it was used, so I doubt very much this one was Roman. It's a lot more modern than that, but it is a very similar looking rivet to some of the other ones I've been finding, and wondering what they were probably riveting. So that's quite interesting. That one's actually got the material still stuck in it, look. So well, I thought I'd show that because I've had a few of these rivets. Anyway, let's carry on. Now, folks, our next find is this, and it came from down there, and I wanted to show you this. This is a huge button. It's probably slightly bigger than a Georgian penny coin. It really is huge. I thought it was a coin or some kind of, I don't know, not brooch, but some kind of big coin anyway. But obviously it's a button, and I wanted to show you this because, as you can see down here, it's a good 9 inches deep. That was, if not more, 10, but probably by the time I dug it out of the bottom. That's huge. It's got to be one of the biggest buttons I've ever had. Anyway, let's carry on. Actually, I can just see it. There's an actual pattern on this. Look, I didn't notice that before. But there's a pattern all the way around this button. I can see it easier through the camera than I can actually looking at it in my hand. Anyway, let's carry on. Hey folks, just had an interesting find here. It's come from just down here, and at first I thought it was a coin, but as you can see, hopefully you can see, this has got I think it's a W at the top. Up here is a W and an M scratched into it. I might have to look at this a bit closer when I'm at home. And at the bottom here, it looks like 1775 actually scratched on the surface of this. Now, I'm pretty sure I've heard somewhere that they did use old coins as tokens. That's interesting. Looks like WM at the top, and then 1775 at the bottom. On the back, I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's definitely something on the back, because you can see some dots on there. Look. I'm going to have to look at this a bit more closely at home. That's interesting. Anyway, let's carry on. Here we go, folks. Got another find, and it's quite a nice military button this time. You can see the I think it's a griffin and a horse, or a griffin and a lion, something like that. It's a typical sort of hollow military button. It's quite a nice size. Unfortunately, it's minus the shank on the back, but they're usually the first bits to go on these hollow buttons. Anyway, that's nice. Lovely. Let's carry on. Here we go, folks, got another find, and it is what's left of a very old looking buckle. Lovely, let's carry on, see what the next one is. Now folks, just had another find, and this one's interesting. It's another button, believe it or not, but look at that. I thought this one looked different, and I can just see what it says on it. It says Suffolk at the top, and a big crown, and constabulary. Oh my god, they're after me. But this is obviously a police button. That's interesting, because I'm not in Suffolk, I'm in Norfolk. So what that's doing here, I've got no idea. That says Suffolk Constabulary. What would a Suffolk Constabulary button be doing in Norfolk? Well, I suppose they crossed the border. But that's interesting. Isn't that nice? First time I've seen a police button. That's great. Anyway, let's carry on. Hey folks, just had another find, and this, to be honest, will probably be my last one of today. I might give it a little bit longer, but I'm starting to lose the light now, so it won't be very good for filming. But I've just had a find down here, as you can see, and it was the one on the left, this one. And these are bull nose rings that hinge and then they join up, that of course a bull would have through its nose. This one actually I found earlier on. I didn't bother filming this one because I've had what, 3 or 4 of these now this year. Funny how they always seem to come along. But the one on the left, I just had that one, so I thought I'd show you both of them. Anyway, there we are. I'll see what else I get. Literally on my way back to the car, but I'm almost there now, so I've had a good afternoon here today. I haven't had that many finds. I've had some interesting ones. But I'll be back out again next weekend on permission number 1. So you never know, I might find the rest of that crucifix. But we'll see. Anyway, bye for now.